Does luck really exist? Now, that's a question, you know, that during dinner conversation or just everyday sort of life, it's something that we ask ourselves and sometimes we discuss among our friends. Does luck really, really exist? I've had a lot of friends ask me this, and my answer is always a very straight yes, I think luck exists. Um, we all know, or we all have friends in our social circle that just seem to be favored by the fates. You know, the rest of us struggle, 2, 3, or even years, agonizingly looking for jobs. And we're sitting at dinner with them, and they're like, "Oh my God, I wasn't even looking for a job." And then this person called, and he has this opportunity, which is really, really great at this place. You're sort of sitting there at the table, seething, because you're like, what? And the rest of us save years to even have a stab at coming together with a mortgage. And they might earn the same as us, and they see their dream home, and their parents just give them a gift of down payment. Just like that, they had the cash ready and they're able to purchase a flat, but we're still sort of struggling to sort of save. Is it just me being bitter? I don't think so, because I've actually seen, I do Bazi, and I've actually seen people's Bazi charts. What's Bazi? Bazi is a form of, it's Chinese personal astrology, basically. So, we read people according to their elements, and we see from the interaction of elements how this is, what is going to then play out in their lives. So I've seen people's charts, but, you don't even have to be a Bazi consultant, to sense that something around this lines is happening in the world. Just look at the recent US elections. Look at Donald Trump. I'm not a huge fan of Donald Trump. Let me just say this outright. But I've done his chart. His birthday, his time of birth, his birthday is out there, and I've done his chart, and I've seen his chart. And it's a very, very powerful chart. And what I say by powerful is that, if you're Donald Trump's opponent, good luck to you, because it's going to be very, very hard to take this guy down or to beat this guy. His chart is just really, really strong. And you can see that play out during these elections. He was basically like Teflon. He made racist slurs, he made sexist slurs. When you think about it, a fraction of this would have been enough to sink anyone. Just a hint of this would have been enough to sink anyone. It didn't touch Donald Trump at all. And, people have come to me when I brought this up, and they've said, oh, it's got nothing to do with luck. It was all about timing. It's just that, the climate was ready for a huge change. They wanted an anti-establishment candidate, and, they wanted someone who was outside from the system. I agree with you, but I think what most people don't realize is that good timing is luck. When you say someone has a lucky chart in Bazi, what it really means is that that person, the right opportunities, the right situation will present themselves to the person always at the right time. So, you won't see a dream home when you're broke. It doesn't, work like that. It almost sort of everything flows just right. Everything comes together when it needs to come together. A counterpoint for this is to look at Hillary Clinton's chart. I was a bit ambivalent about the US elections. I'm not a huge fan of Hillary Clinton either. I don't have a full chart because I don't have a time of birth. So, but when I looked at, what I did have, so it's a partial chart. But what really, really struck me is that for someone who's applied, who's made a go at one of the highest, political offices in the US twice, her chart is not strong enough, for those to go for those sort of things. You need to have a chart that's well supported with power featured really, really strongly in that chart. But what really struck me about her chart was that, she didn't have that, which meant that you almost go against the grain. The timing will never be right, and you have to struggle a lot. And you can actually see this sort of play out throughout Hillary Clinton's life. She always seems to be stuck with the wrong timing. First, as the first lady when Bill Clinton was president, she didn't want to take on his surname. She did. She was just very strong and independent. It was almost like before her time. People didn't take too well to her. And then when she, first had a go at the presidency against Obama, the climate favored Obama. And now this time, when, whatever you want to say about Hillary Clinton, I think we all have to admit that, her CV is pretty spectacular. She she has strong experience. And, experience is meant to be a huge sort of, it's a strong, it's a winning commodity, basically. And yet that very thing proved, to be her Achilles heel in this election. Um, so the wrong timing. She came at a time when none of the situations sort of favored her. And this is how, a lack of luck usually plays out in real life. From your buzzer to real life, this is how it usually plays out. The good news for all of us is the opposite of lucky in buzzer is not unlucky. 90% of us, most normal human beings, which is about 90% of us, um, it's just that our luck periods come in small, concentrated form. We're not all Donald Trump. We don't have this whole sort of armor built around, us the whole time. It won't be like that. But, it will come in small periods of time. For some people, that can mean 5 years. For some people, it can be 1 year. For some people, a couple of months, But like my teacher always said, and my feng shui teacher says, you go all out when your timing is good, and you lay low when things are not going to go against your favor. And that's what knowing your bazi can really help with, to understand what's my current, what the current energy I have around me right now. What is it going to support me? Do I have money luck right now? Do I have relationship luck? Or do I have career luck? Or should I just lie low for the moment and, just garden or, just do something, just, don't push so much at the moment. And wait almost, and plan and wait for when things are going to work out for you sort of better. So this is what knowing your basi can do for you. And when to strike and when to lay low, basically.